Just like any YouTuber ever, now I have to rank all the Undertale songs. Everybody agrees the soundtrack is great, and this might be a bit of a long video. Uh, so I'm ranking them out of 30. Um, and so emotion. So there's three keywords, right? Emotion, impression, and enjoyment. It's basically just this. The emotion just means how good it is for atmosphere in the game, or how good it is to convey certain feelings, or just um, basically everything except for the impression, which is basically just how impressive is it that this was written. Like if I look at the sheet music, how cool is the sheet music? How good is it? How well did Toby Fox do when he made the song? And then enjoyment is just how much I enjoy listening to the song. Um, so for the first one, I realized that um, some of the songs it's kind of unfair because um, they're not supposed to convey emotion at all. Um, and so I decided that the lowest the emotion stat could go is 4. Um, so that there aren't any just super unfair songs with no emotion. Because obviously emotion is everything. You can't say a song is bad because it doesn't convey emotion. Anyway, um, some other song. So some songs we're just counting as 2. So like start menu full, start menu. I'm counting that as the same song, and I'm talking about start menu, not start or start menu full, not start menu. So if I were talking about start menu, it would be different from this. If I were talking about and then we got some that are just not on the list. You can read that if you want. Um, no spoilers. Don't read the spoilers. Um, but yeah, that's and then also some of them. There's one. There's one where we've got anticipation. I'm doing the one on the soundtrack and the one not on the soundtrack. The one where it's slowed down for right before when you kill Flowey in the genocide route. It's at a quarter speed and it's a lot better. So with that out of the way, um, here we go. Uh, so I forgot to count how many songs are on this list, but it's a lot. There are a lot of songs in Undertale. But in last comes Your Best Friend. Oh, I forgot to mention. I will be assuming that you know all these songs. Not all the songs, but like if I talk about a song, you're gonna have to know what it sounds like. Because I have no editor. And I can't edit at all. So I would just put the music in the background, but I'm not skilled enough to do that. So uh, just gonna have to listen to the song if you don't know it. Starting with Your Best Friend, which is the song Flowey at the beginning of the thing, at the beginning of the game with the first time you meet Flowey. Um, it's like 20 seconds long, and it doesn't stick in my head, and it's just kind of there, and it's not great. I don't care about it. And also, it's really 8-bit. I don't like songs when they're super 8-bit in a game like this. I prefer orchestral songs, just in general. Here we are is the song in the lab, um, at like in the quote unquote post game. Um, is the song that plays like in the play in the place where you fight Amalgam. Uh, the problem with Here We Are is that it doesn't really have a melody. There's no lead. Actually, there is. There's technically the piano lead. But it's not. It's just so much piano and then so much weird synth thing that it isn't interesting. There's nothing interesting about the song. It's just ambiance. That isn't great to me. Tied with Here We Are is Unnecessary Tension, which is the one when there's like the corridor and then Toriel is like, go through this corridor by yourself, and then it plays the song ba 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 ba. You're just walking down a corridor. Um, it's just a little tiny like two measures, one and a half even, uh, and then you play it a variant of that, and then you do that for the whole song. That's the entire song, and that isn't interesting to me, but it's better than your best friend. Then we got another, oops, we got another type two, Metal Crusher and Amalgam. Metal Crusher, again, it's 8-bit. Um, so yeah, it's not great. And then the it is kind of cool how Toby Fox actually made the song. Um, it's pretty nice. Like if you put the tune to a different instrument or something, it would probably sound pretty cool. Um, but as it is, I don't enjoy listening to it, so it gets a 13. And then there's Amalgam, which just kind of is the same thing as Here We Are, but it's a little less egregious because it's a fight, I guess. I don't know. I talked about it. Anticipation soundtrack. It's it it just is there. Um, it's just kind of not. It's like short and boring. It doesn't have anything interesting in it. In fact, when I think about the song, I think of the slowed down version. I never think of the soundtrack version. Anyway, then we got Waterfall. Uh, Waterfall. Sorry. Um, it's nice. It's got not a terrible tune, but it's more ambient and slow than I feel like it. Well, it's good for what it is. In the game, it sounds pretty nice, but if you listen to it just in a vacuum, just on Spotify or something, it's not gonna sound great 'cause it's just so slow and boring. It's terrible. It's not terrible, but it isn't great. Once Upon a Time, I feel like maybe this song could have been better. I'm a pretty critical music person. Actually, I'm pretty just extremist. Either I hate a song or I love it. Most of the time, some of the time. But Once Upon a Time, it's just the Undertale motif, like one or two of the Undertale motifs on an 8-bit. I like how it's 8-bit. This is a good implementation of it uh, because Undertale is supposed to be like an old-fashioned RPG, and I like it. It's Once Upon a Time is nice. Your Best Nightmare. I'm not entirely sure why people like Your Best Nightmare. Um, like yeah, it's over the top. So Photoshop Flowey is not the biggest fight in the game. It's not even the hardest fight in the game. I'd say it's probably the second hardest fight in the game. But it's just so weird that I'm not a big fan. And also the thing with the pauses for the thing, I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm not even sure why the motif, the ba 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 ba. Why is that a motif? Why does it have to be at all? Why can't it why can't it just be in the Temmie thing? Um, Hoy on Temmie. I'm not sure why it's in any of the other songs. Um, but it's there, and I'm not a huge fan. Ruins is a pretty nice tutorial song. I just think it's pretty, relaxing. Ba, 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 it fits the tone of the place very well. It's a purple song. It's a song that kind of personifies purple a little bit. Um, and it's pretty just nice. It's pleasing to the ears. Ooh ah, so temperate. Ooh ah, so heats. Oh, ooh ah, so holiday. I didn't listen to these songs very much when I was researching. I didn't really care about them. They were pretty forgettable to me. But if we're going off ooh ah, so temperate, we can change this to a loss of temperate. Go. Then it's um, a little more accurate here, because it's a meme for a reason. Okay. No spoilers. Don't look at the spoilers. Stop. Stop. Okay. Don't look at the spoilers. All right. Um, it's pretty nice, you know. I don't know. I like it. I don't know what to say. It's just a really simple song, and I just enjoy listening to it. Sands. Oh, by the way, these are all tied. Ruins, Lost of Temperate, Sands, and Alphys are all tied. But Sands, it personifies the character pretty well. You know, there's the trombone in it because Sands can play the trombone. And also, if you think really hard about it, like, you know, the little sound effect it plays when he talks almost sounds like a trombone, which is pretty weird, but it's a thing. Um, yeah, I just like the song. It's just kind of a silly addition and also not silly at the same time, which is weird, but it's how it is. So yeah, Sans. Alphys, I'm not entirely sure why it gets a 17. I feel like it maybe should have been worse. I'm not entirely sure. Um, I wrote this list kind of late at night, but it was not that late at night. But it was late enough that I was kind of tired. I wasn't sure why Alphys is this high. um, it fits the character. Again, it fits the character very well. Um, it's got the nice little um, awkward instruments for the awkward person, and uh, it's not bad for that. But it just the intro is long for one, and also it doesn't stick in your head very well. It's not. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just I don't enjoy listening to it that much, and honestly, that's all you need to know. Burn and Despair, um, from an objective standpoint, it's pretty nice. You know, it's from the finale, and it's all be sad. From objective standpoint, this is probably the 7 and 6 work pretty well, but I myself, when I listen to the song, I'm not a huge fan of it, mainly just because it's kind of short and it doesn't work that well in a vacuum. It mainly just works very well in the game, kind of like Sans or not Sans, Alphys and Waterfall, that kind of stuff. Um, and then we got a tie between Bone Thrastle and Confession slash for the fans and also Bone Thrastle. Yeah. Um, I think this song is very funny, and that's good because Papyrus is a very funny person. Um, words. Uh, it's got a nice lead and a little the oompa 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 thing in the back. And so that's already pretty solid from a theory perspective. But then also it's just funny. You know, I love the I thought that was it was funny because it fits Papyrus so well. But also you can listen to it in a vacuum and it still works. Um, it's just it works in some very funny scenarios. I'm not gonna elaborate on that. Next up is Confession slash For the Fans. Um, it's a bit more of a situational song. You know, it hits very hard after the Metaton fight. You know, it hits kind of hard. I mean, these are different songs, technically. They have different leads and things, but it's kind of the same idea. And the idea is sad, but also happy. uh, um, yeah, but yeah, it's just, what am I doing? Confession, yes. Good, I guess. I don't have a lot to say. Home is a song that maybe deserves, first of all, it probably deserves more love from the fans. I think it's very nice, especially the music box version, but I think I maybe like the guitar version better. Is it guitar? I think it's guitar. But also, I feel like it might have been higher on my list. Um, I'm a little surprised that it's actually tied with Heartache. Um, I guess that's because of this bit right here. It's just a little bit of a little arpeggio thing, and then um, the Undertale motif, and that's kind of all it is. Its strength lies in being cozy and purple. um, I don't know why I keep saying purple song, but to describe a song, but it's what I'm doing, and it works pretty well. I do enjoy listening to Home. Whenever I listen to it, it just makes me think of home. It's very nice. I like the song. Uh, Heartache is nice because it fits the fight scene very well, and also it can kind of be used for really any fight in Undertale because if you're playing pacifist mode anyway, um, because you know the that that actually does sound like you're trying to survive a monster attack or something and not fight back. That's kind of what the game's about. Um, and so yeah, it's pretty nice. And also, I love how that bit that I just sung for you um, is also an Asgore, but I'll talk about that later. Also, it was tied with Home. I forgot to mention that because you shouldn't be actually watching your screen. You should just be listening. All right, because this is very boring footage here. Yeah, and then tied. There's so many 20s. Tied with these, we've also got the dating themes, bird that carries you over a disproportionately small gap, dummy, stronger monsters, ghost fight, and oh, wait, no, not ghost fight, entire snail. Just dummy, stronger monsters, and bird. Um, I don't know what that is. Okay. The dating themes aren't much like each other. I guess dating fight is kind of like just a faster version of dating start, but dating tense is much different. But I just wanted to make them the same song because I feel like that maybe they should be the same song. Um, I think it's kind of funny, especially the dating fight part because it's just Toby Fox is so quirky and funny in Undertale in general. Um, and this is one of those occasions with Papyrus because there's never a dull moment with him, you know. I just find it funny, and also the variations on the Snowden theme. I like the Snowden theme. Um, I don't even remember where I put Snowden theme, Snowden Town, but I haven't showed it yet, so obviously it's good. Yeah, I just enjoy listening to it. I think the how it was created was kind of funny, or not funny, impressive. Because it's a nice little variation on Snowden. I already said that, but it makes it better. Um, Bird that carries you over a disproportionately small gap. This was lowercase. Ignore. Um, I don't know why, but I find it very funny. Just this tiny little duck carries you over the tiny little puddle of water, and there's this epic music playing. It's like ba ba ba, you know. Um, I just find it very entertaining. That is one of the reasons people like Undertale, I guess. Beyond just the Sans fight. But we'll get to that. Um, I think it's funny. I'm not sure why this is so high. But I guess it is. Um, Dummy is very funny. Because the character, the dummy character, is funny. I guess. I don't need friends. I've got knives. But also, it's just the song repeats the thing 3 times, like the character and stuff. Um, that's a nice little nod. That's why this is 8. One of the reasons. And also the song sounds like it could have lyrics, but doesn't. And I usually like songs that are like that. I see that as a sign of goodness, being well made. But when I listen to it, it's not a huge up. Usually it's just, yeah, okay. Stronger Monsters is a bit simple. Um, I get why people like it. You know, it's kind of epic. But in the context of Undertale, it isn't huge. It isn't as epic as it sounds like in the vacuum. In the vacuum, it's just a lot of power chords, and that's kind of the whole song. Except for one bit. With a little bridge. Ba, 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 ba. I'm only one person. I can't sing the whole thing, but I thought it was pretty funny. Or that's not right. I thought it was kind of cool, but then also when I listened to it playing the game, it isn't as cool. And that's all the 20s. Got Home, Heartache, Dating Songs, Bird the Craze Over a Disproportionately Small Gap, Dummy, and Stronger Monsters. And then now we've got three 21s, Ghost Fight, Thunder Snail, and Oh a Dungeon slash Oh One True Love. Ghost Fight is just Dummy but better. It's shorter, and has less stuff going on. But I think it's better because the instrumentals are better. Uh, it's a weird take that I have, and I guess that's it. That's all I have to say. It's Dummy but better. um, Thunder Snail is funny. It's kind of like Bone Trousel, where it's just it fits the occasion not very well. It's a snail race, but then you've got the snail that goes like fast, but also it gets on fire if you do it wrong. Um, it's very weird, and it's apparently supposed to be epic, and I find that amusing. Um, yeah, and then Oh a Dungeon is just a very funny because you take this one little slow weird song that I'm not a huge fan of, and then turn it into whatever that is. It's like, you know, if you don't know, in the game, it's just there's this puzzle earlier, like 5 hours ago, and now Metaton brings it back, and it's just like, okay, do this in 30 seconds or you die. Um, but you don't remember the rules, so you're gonna die anyway. Pretty funny, but but also it goes way faster and it has brass and it's pretty funny. Um, Also, I should probably mention "Oh One True Love." That lead or the tune is also in for the fans. But I didn't want to count it as the same song because I thought it went better with Confession. Start Menu Full is tied with Determination to Showtime, Death Report, Spire Dance, Song Might Play When You Fight Sands, Finale, Fallen Down, Respite, Battle Against It, and Battle Against the True Hero. So that's a lot of 22s there. Um, my bad, but I am the way I am. So starting with Start Menu Full, um, it's just the Undertale motif, but on the full version, it's got a lot of sweet instrumentals, and it's just nice and little small thing, but I like it. It's just a little nice. Determination is um, I just think it's very nice. I like the game over screen. I like the game over screen. I like how it's got Asgore's voice in it. I like how I guess I don't know that on the first playthrough, but um, I like, but I like the song. It's kind of your average game over song. Um, but also, yeah, it's just it's sweet. Um, I don't know. I just like it. It's sad, but also encouraging, I guess. That fits a song called Determination. it's Showtime. It isn't necessarily funny, but I feel like these words should be switched. It feels like the entrance to a quiz show, which is what it is. So it works pretty well. um, need I say more? And also, it has the best motif. It has the best Metaton motif. Um, which is cool because Metaton is a cool character. Death Report and slash Live Report. It's kind of the same idea as with O Dungeon, where it's just it takes your average song, in this case Live Report, and turns it into a much faster, more interesting version of the song, which is Death Report. It also fits the occasion very well, um, because you have like 2 minutes to defuse all the bombs. It's pretty nice. It makes you more makes you better, I guess. That's what music does in video games. I like it. Spider Dance. I'm not great at articulating why I like a song such as Spider Dance. Um, but I do. So I like this song. I like the song because it has the motif. It's got the ba 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 at the beginning there from the mini boss theme, and it's got the uh that's from Dummy and Ghost Fight. So I do actually think so. If we're taking Dummy, Ghost Fight, and Spider Dance is the best part. Is the best one. But it is quite actually different from the other two songs. So I don't really want to say it's too much like the other songs, but we can say it's kind of like it. I don't know. I like it. It's pretty nice. Song I might play when you fight Sans. I'm always gonna defend this song. Always. I really like it. You know, I hear people say, "Ah, it doesn't fit the character of Sans. It wouldn't go well in the during the fight." And I'm like, okay. Megalovania also doesn't fit the character of Sans. It also doesn't slow down at all, unless you want to count a a, a bass solo, which definitely doesn't need slowing down. It's just a fewer instruments. Song My Playing by Sans is shorter, and it's got two parts, which is a little weird. Um, again, if you haven't heard it, go hear it. Again, I don't want to have to explain it to you. But yeah, I think it's pretty great. I don't know. I think it wouldn't go well in the Sans fight if it was the only song in the Sans fight. I think it would be great if you did a thing like Reality Check Through the Skull from Beat Saber, where you put both of them together and played that instead. Maybe that would be a bit too much distracting, but I don't know. I like it. Okay, finale. It's the one Photoshop Flowey after the like second part of Photoshop Flowey. Um, it's a lot better than your best nightmare. We'll say that much. In my opinion, it's just a better version of your best nightmare. The beat drop is incredible. At like halfway through. Um, yeah, I think it's probably the best example of the motif. I guess it's also in hopes and dreams, isn't it? And left goodbye, I think. Whatever. It's pro finale is one of the better boss fight themes. It fits it pretty well. It's not great to listen to in a vacuum, unless you're eating a sandwich. Then it's a great song to listen to. That's very much an inside joke, and I guarantee you will not get it. But yeah, I don't know. I like it. Fallen Down Reprise. I like Fallen Down. uh, but Reprise isn't as good, I don't think. I don't know. I think Fallen Down is great because of its simplicity. Um, I think. I'm not sure, but it's still good. Respite. Um, Definitely has all the emotions. It hits me with the feels pretty well. Um, After my huge 10-hour playthrough of Undertale, it feels great to have a song like that play. I don't know, I like it. I think it's pretty nice. And then Battle Against the True Hero. Um, I haven't played Genocide very much. I really don't like the Genocide route. I don't like playing it. I like the idea, but I don't like playing it. But Undying the Undying is a high point in the route because most of it is just killing enemies with one shot. Anyway, um, I don't know. I like the piano and then not piano and a lot more stuff and then back to piano. I think it's pretty nice for something like Undyne or some person like Undyne Battle Fight. Battle Fight. What am I talking about? Yeah, I don't know. I liked it. Okay, that was all the 22s. That was a lot. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 22s, but we did them all. Okay, Enemy Approaching is, in my opinion, the best combination of 8-bit and orchestral in the entire game. It's I just like how it goes from the 8-bit to the orchestral, and then it's really short, so it loops around, and it goes back to 8-bit and back to orchestral again and again. I think it's pretty nice. Also, it fits a lot of scenarios in real life. Um, Eating a sandwich. No, it's not as good as finale for eating a sandwich, but trying to take a picture of a squirrel. That's the thing that comes to mind when I think of good scenarios for listening to enemy approaching. Although maybe it's more like stronger enemies is better for taking pictures of squirrel. They're just so fast, it's so hard to take pictures of them. I'm kind of rambling, but point is, enemy approaching is good. Temmie Village is hilarious. uh, the Temmies in general, I used to think they were annoying, but now I've realized they're very just funny. They're hilarious. If I don't like, but yeah, it just fits Temmie Village pretty well. Um, yeah, it's just I think it's very funny. Falling Down, it's better than Falling Down Reprise. I just think it's really nice. I'm kind of sad it's not a motif actually. It would be nice to see that thing again, but since it isn't a motif, it makes the original Fallen Down song even more special. I just think this is pretty nice. I really like Fallen Down. I don't really know what to say. Anticipation Genocide. Oh, by the way, Fallen Down, Anticipation Genocide. Can't really call this a hotel. I didn't receive a mental my pillow or anything. A Spirit of Justice and Core are all tied. Anticipation Genocide is just kind of a horror song in a not horror game. uh, I don't really know what to say. You see Flowey shaking, and I don't know. I just think that's really nice. Or it's not really nice. It's really bad. But the song is cool. Community College Hotel. I didn't receive mint on my pillow or anything. Slash Hotel. It's probably the song that does the Undertale motif best. Because it's upbeat. Did I even do his math right? Yeah, it's 24. It's nice and upbeat, and it's unique, and it's just really great. It's great for having its background music because it's supposed to be background music in the game. It's really nice. I don't know what else to say. It's one of the more well used songs in the game for a reason. And also, Marathon Hotel, mad respect. Spear of Justice is a pretty simple song um, for Undyne, but I think it does the job. Hold on. This is a 22. It does the job. The end. That no notes, no more thoughts. I did my math wrong. I'm sorry. Core is great. I love Core. No spoilers. Stop looking at spoilers. Come on, why are you still looking? Oh my gosh. Core is great because it's got the. I love the synth in it. It fits the theme really well, and it's got a great lead. It's I don't know. It's kind of just really groovy and vibe. I like the vibes. I don't know. And then another medium is pretty much the same thing, but with a better lead, and that's kind of it. And then you've got Asgore Sesh Bergen Trokun. Um, it's a very simplistic, generic final boss fight theme. Um, but it feels really good, at least in the moment. And also, um, I don't know. I just really like. I really like it. It does the motif from Heartache, which is really cool. Like the one thing that Asgore, the song, might have maybe missed is a little bit of electric guitar, maybe. And you got his theme, which is really just Azrael, the end. It hits really hard because it's pretty much at the end of the game. It's pretty much at the end of the game, and also I don't know, I really like it. We're not talking about Final Power because it's literally just save the world backwards. Um, it's raining somewhere else is next. I'm not sure why I like the song so well. It's a little weird. I forgot to mention ties. Another medium Asgore and Bergen Trukun are tied, and then we got It's Raining Somewhere Else, Hopes and Dreams are tied. Um, It's Raining Somewhere Else. It's just nice because I like the piano. I've always loved piano. Um, a lot of piano. um, I don't know. I like the little beat after the first like 10 seconds. It's really nice. I don't know. I feel like I've said it's really nice a lot of times in this video, but a lot of songs in this game are really nice. Next is Hopes and Dreams. What did you expect? Um, yeah, it's just I don't listen to a lot of rock or metal, but there are like four metal-ish songs that I would ever like, and those would be "You Will Know Our Names" from Xenoblade One, this song, and then two more in this list that I'm about to talk about. The Hopes and Dreams is really nice. It does a lot of motifs, very well. It's very effective and it works. In the moment, and it works in a vacuum. Next is Memory. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure why I like this song so much. It's very simple. So I like simple songs, I guess. Um, I really like the music box. Music boxes are great. Um, I don't know. Um, I just like I don't know. It brings a lot of memories back. I mean, yeah. And then we've got the top five. Number five, Megalovania. Now, like I said, I haven't played. I know you're about to attack me with pitchforks and flames for not putting it number one. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being contrarian, but I've only played Genocide Route once. I've only fought Sans a few times. I did beat him. I think it was the sixth try. Um, Actually, no, it was the seventh try. Sixth try, I almost had him. I was on the final attack before the special attack. That's what happened. Seventh try, I beat him. But yeah, it doesn't feel as emotional as most other songs because again, it's metal. I don't feel very many emotions from metal. um, I don't know. I just think it works well in the moment though. It's tied with memory, and I think that's good. They kind of balance each other out. Not many emotions, but great. It's great writing, and then the other way around for memory. Um, but I enjoy memory more. Okay, that's Megalovania. And bring it in. Sorry, number four. Bring it in, guys. Is the first credit song. Um, I love how it was written. It was written incredibly. Um, because you got it begins with the enemy approaching song, which we've already established is a great song, and then we've got all these different parts of the different themes like Papyrus and what's her face, Undyne. It's great. I love Brandon, guys. Like some people say, oh, you can only rank a credit song so high. But like, what are you talking about? You can only rank a credit song so low. Like Alpha from Minecraft, or Bring It In Guys slash Last Goodbye from this game, or I don't know, the credit song from Xenoblade. Like, what are you talking about? Credit songs are great. I love them. And Bring It In Guys is one of those things. Number three, Save the World. Tied with Bring It In Guys. I don't know. So, also, again, some people are like, I don't like songs if they are just other versions of previous songs. So in this case, Save the World is just another version of Hopes and Dreams, which is kind of criminally low on my list. I'm not sure why it's in seventh, but it is. Anyway, there are just so many songs that are better, I guess. Uh, but yeah, Save the World to me, it's different. To me, Save it's 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 just Save the World is simply a better version of Hopes and Dreams. um, that's how it is to me. It's like Charmander. He evolves into Charmeleon, but he also evolves into Charizard, and Charizard is better than Charmander. So yeah, it's that kind of thing for me. Instead of just being, I don't know, Seal evolving into Dugong. It's different for me. So yeah, Save the World. It's great. It's the other metal song. So it's Save the World, Megalovania, Hopes and Dreams, and You Will Know Our Names from Xenoblade. Also, by the way, You Will Know Our Names, great song for eating a sandwich too. I love eating sandwiches while listening to that song. And also Megalovania. And also song My Pony Fight Sansa. It's, I love eating sandwiches while listening to music. Okay, number two, Death by Glamour. Yeah, I know that. Here, we'll just go. There we go. Now we've got a clear number one. All right, there we go. 31. But Death by Glamour has got to be the best not screenwriting, the best sheet music. It's got to have the best sheet music, the best music theory of any song in this game. It's even better than Megalovania because it's got all the different parts that make Mettaton Mettaton. It's just I don't know. It's really great. I especially love when the saxophone. I think it's a saxophone. I especially love when the saxophone comes in. It goes ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 ba. It's so great. Um, it doesn't really hit me as hard. Well, it does hit me. It doesn't hit me as hard as Last Goodbye. We'll say that much. But still, it's still very really. It's not emotional as in sad or happy or anything, but it's emotional as in it's vibey. You know, it's energetic. It gets me going, and that's great. I love it. That's how Mettaton is supposed to be. Um, yeah, I love it. Death by Glamour. There's basically nothing wrong with it at all. And then number one, Last Goodbye, which is the true credits song. Um, and it's again, it's just combine Save the World and Hopes and Dreams, and then put in some uh I think it's respite at the end there, and you've got Last Goodbye, and it is, according to these numbers, a perfect song. Now there is no such thing as a perfect song. Literally, no such thing exists. But um, it's it's the close. Last Goodbye is pretty much the closest you can get to it, at least in Undertale. Um, again, what do you mean you can only rank credits song so high? Last Goodbye. What are you talking about? I think it's so great because it's I don't know. I'm not good at talking about songs, but Last Goodbye has got to be my favorite song in Undertale. I would listen to it for half an hour as long as I wasn't paying attention to, or if I was paying attention to something else at the same time. Because I'm very bad at paying attention to just one song at the same time. But anyway, yeah, that's my list. I didn't make a tier list out of it because I can't rank things on a tier list out of 30, as far as I'm aware. So, yeah, you will have to just watch this 47-minute long video over and over again. But sorry, man. That's how it is. So, yeah, that was cool. See you next time.